welcome to Sweetpea Inspirations. My name is Sydney and welcome to All Things Yarn Related, which is a weekly vlog where I like to share with you guys what I'm currently working on and just give you some insights as far as the channels go. So I want to welcome all of new and returning subscribers and a quick little introduction of myself if you are new here. I am a designer as far as crocheting and knitting goes. I do written patterns and tutorials. You can find my written patterns on Ravelry, and you can find, of course, my tutorials here on the channel. And those are what I like to talk about here on the vlog. I do spin yarn as well and weave. So you will find all of those here in the vlog and on the channel. So I do have several different platforms, and you can find all of the links to my platforms if you want to follow me on my other platforms down in the description box, but I will also list them here as well. So I want to thank each and every one of you for joining me today and those who have supported me all the way up until this point. It is greatly appreciated and I enjoy having every single one of you guys here on the channel. So I've got quite a bit to go over today, so we're going to kind of jump right into it. You did not see a video from me last week due to I was supposed to go out of town, but things got changed at the last minute. My sister messaged me over the weekend before I was supposed to go out of town, letting me know that things got rescheduled and I do not have to take the trip up. So I kind of took advantage of that and worked on several different things. So we'll go ahead and start off with what came out this past week. I had my very first Tunisian Crochet Design come out on Sunday, which was the Filled Full of Flowers Tunisian cowl. It is a one-fits-all cowl. You can put this on your toddler and it'll be a little bit drapier, or you can put this on yourself and it is a looser fitting cowl with spring coming into play and even summer. I wanted something that you can kind of wear in the morning and it'll kind of keep your neck warm, but when it heats up during the day, it's not so hot. So this came out this past Sunday. Feel free to check it out if you would like. So some things that I have also been working on is, and will shortly be coming out in a pattern form, is my Cow Print beanie. And I actually started working on this back in October, but with having to go out of town in October and then the holidays, it got pushed aside. So with the time that I did have, I decided to take the advantage and go ahead and finish this up. So you will see this posted on my community tab within the next week that it has been released. So this is the Messy Bun Cow Print beanie. It is double brim and it is a messy bun here at the top. So that is something that I was able to get accomplished this week. So I'm also currently working on another new knitted pattern, which is going to be written pattern form, but also in a structural video. I wanted to do it that way if somebody needed a visual of how to actually construct it, there is a visual, but there is a 16-row repeat, and I know how hard that is to remember in a tutorial unless you write down. So I decided to save the hassle of you having to write down the pattern and write a pattern for it instead. So when it will come out, I'm not 100% sure just yet. I'm hoping it will come out before Easter, being that I am working on this for my daughter for Easter. So we actually start working on the back panel first, and then there's going to be two front panels that kind of drape over. You can connect them and make it more as a vest if you would like to. That is completely optional and up to you, but I'm just going to leave them free flowing. So here is the Springtime Bloom poncho that I have currently gotten worked up. The yarn I do not remember, and I might try to remember to put it down here somewhere. But here is what I have gotten done so far. So again, you work on the back panel first, and then there will be two front panels that kind of drape over. I had a whole another separate video of where I am flipping a old crochet blanket that I started working on 2 years ago and flipping that into a woven project bag. And I actually got the inspiration from Litza over at Coco's Crochet and Shannon over at Shannon Talks Yarn. They are doing a collaboration where it's really more of a thrifting collaboration, or like a wardrobe collaboration, where you get something from the thrift store, or you can even thrift out of your own wardrobe, and you just flip it into some kind of crochet knitting project. And I decided to kind of branch out from that and actually shop from my old work in progresses and flip it into something new. Like I stated, I am making a hand woven project bag. And I also got the inspiration again from Shannon, where she did an inspirational bag based on somebody that inspires her, which was Dolly Parton. Mine is being Lainey Wilson, due to I love her positive attitude. I love her outlook on things. I love her music. I love her style. I just absolutely love Lainey Wilson. And I really don't idolize people at all, but I wanted to kind of do something that was a little fun. So here is the project bag so far. I have gotten the panel woven and the bag lined. I just kind of have to connect the two panels together, and also at the bottom as well, and then make the handles. So here is the lining so far, and here is the back panel. I have everything. I have to be careful because I have everything pinned down. So here is the back panel, and I'm connecting it this way, so it is going to be a fairly large project bag. So that is the sizing of the project bag. So there is that. Hopefully I can get that done this week as well, which I really don't have too much to sew. I am having to hand sew everything. I do have the sewing machine, but I'm not confident nor comfortable working on the sewing machine. We go spun up that I got from my somewhat local yarn shop. They were selling some Melabarigo hand-dyed yarn, or not yarn, but roving, and I picked some of that up while we were in Myrtle Beach back in February, and decided that I was going to spin this. And I actually spun this on my manual spinning wheel, the singles, and then also applied on my manual spinning wheel, which was something different for me because most of the time I will spin on my nano, my singles, and then I'll just go ahead and apply together on my manual because it's a lot easier. But my nano is kind of like currently down due to having some motor issues. I haven't gotten a new motor just yet, so it's kind of down, and I decided that I was going to challenge myself and spin my singles on my manual spinning wheel. So that was the outcome of this. I do have a new acquisition to share with you guys today, which is my very first drum carder. I'm extremely excited and have had a lot of fun ever since I received it, which was this past Monday night. It took about 2 months to get here, being that it was coming from Ukraine and there was a glitch in the system. But by the time I realized that I was actually not going to receive the product on the delivery date that it gave me, I let the seller know what was going on, and he quickly resolved it. And within 3 weeks, I was able to actually receive the drum carder. So I received it this past Monday night, and ever since then, I have been messing with it and have had a lot of fun. At first, it was kind of like what the heck am I doing? Just like any kind of new hobby or anything that you really start new, you're kind of like, what the heck am I doing? But after messing around with it a few times, I got the hang of it and was able to create my very first bats, which I'm not going to explain in this video what a bat is. I'll explain in a different video coming up. So here is the very first bat that I created, which I carded some wool, and you will see that this is a very, very thin. This was just kind of my test and messing around trying to get the overall feel of the drum carder. So it is very, very thin. Then I started creating a second bat of the Suffolk wool, which looks a lot better than the first one, but still some room for improvement. There's some spots that are a little bit thinner than others and some that are a little bit thicker. Again, this is all fresh and brand new to me, so I'm still figuring out what to do and how to do things on the drum carder. But once I get a little bit more confident with that one, I actually started creating some art bats. And the very first one that I made, I actually turned into roving, and there's a few different ways that you can make roving. The way that I made this one, I made the bat itself and then split like strips like this in pieces, and that's how you can make roving one way. The second way, you can actually use a diz and create the roving straight off the drum carder. But this is the very first roving that I have ever done, and the very first art bat that I did as well. Now the second one does look a lot better, and I just kind of left it in the bat form, and I really wish the colors would play out here, because there's some blues, there's some purples, there's a little bit of orange in here, and it's a beautiful bat, and it looks amazing for the very first few times that I've actually worked on the drum carder. So there is my, I guess, yeah, fourth bat that I have made. I have been enjoying the drum carder so far, and I have a lot of good intentions with the drum carder. So please stay tuned for what I do have in mind. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to give this video a like, share, comment, or subscribe. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Please enjoy your week, and I will see you guys next Friday.